In this video, you're going to learn 3 marketing techniques found on Psychology Principles that you can use right now to generate more traffic, make more sales, and ultimately level up your e-commerce store. Let's go.
Now if you feeling how I'm feeling, put your hands up high. If you feeling how I'm feeling, put your lighters in the sky.
What's up everybody? Taps here. I hope you're having a great day. I'm coming in hot with my first ever YouTube video. On this channel, you will learn all about e-commerce, dropshipping, social media marketing, and how to create a successful brand online. In particular, I'm going to break down the psychology behind the sales and marketing techniques that the big companies use to get you to buy their products, and more importantly, how you can use these in your online store. This will help you to increase conversions and generate more sales. Today, I'm going to cover 3 fundamental marketing techniques that you can apply to your store right now, and if you stay to the end, I'm going to throw in a bonus one. Let's get started. Technique number 1 is that you need to elicit an emotional response. It's no secret that us humans are emotional creatures, and our purchasing behaviors reflect this. When a product is advertised in a way that appeals to human emotion, it is far more likely to sell than if you were to advertise it based on its functions or its features. Demonstrating how a product works is great, but if you really want to get that sale, you need to show the customer how it's going to improve their life. For example, this LED light up dog collar. There are 2 very different ways in which I've seen this advertised, and one has far more success than the other. One approach is to talk about the features and the functions of the product. Yes, it's an LED dog collar. You can see your pal at night. Cool stuff. Another way to advertise it would be to talk about that it's dangerous to walk at night, especially if there's low visibility. By putting this on your dog, you're increasing their safety because they can be seen by other people and by oncoming vehicles and whoever else is around. Just by making that quick change in your ad copy, you've immediately targeted somebody's emotional reaction. No longer are they just buying a dog collar, they are buying increased safety for their dog, and that is going to sell. When you're doing this, you're eliciting the emotional response, which is key, especially when it comes to dropshipping, because you're trying to target an impulse purchase. With dropshipping, impulse purchases are the absolute key because you want the customer to buy from you right then and right there. If they go away and have the chance to do their own research, chances are they're probably going to realize that they can get the product a lot cheaper. Generating an emotional response is the absolute key to getting more sales. Technique number 2 is to promote exclusivity. It's a fundamental aspect of human nature that we desire what we cannot have. If it's something is difficult to get, it makes us want it more.
We'll be right back with more Laverne and Shirley.
But I want it now!
This relates back to an old school psychology theory called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Near the top of the pyramid sits self-esteem. People want to feel like they are important, and they want to feel like they are a part of something. This is why a lot of companies often say, we're not for everyone, or only come to this program if you're willing to work really hard. These types of advertisements are designed like this purposely to make the product seem more desirable. And when the product seems desirable, that's when people's credit cards start coming out. Now, there are a number of Shopify stores that do this very well. So we're going to jump into my computer and I'll show you an example. Here we have a company from New Zealand called Offcut Caps. These guys use recycled materials to create one-of-a-kind headwear. These guys promote exclusivity very well, and they do it on multiple levels. If you have a look on their website here, for one thing, no 2 caps are the same. Every single purchase that is made is unique, and that customer is the only person who can ever have that hat. Secondly, if you look down here on their website, they have a countdown timer. People know that this is when the next drop is going to happen, and they need to get in line if they want to get one of those hats. And more often than not, these guys have actually sold out of all their stock before they've even been created. Technique number 3 is to stimulate loss aversion. Now, what does this mean? This means that people usually feel the negative effects of a loss more so than they would feel the positive effects of an equivalent gain. Again, we're going to jump into my computer here and I'll show you this on a graph. For example, if you won $1,000 tomorrow, you would be pretty damn happy. But your level of happiness would be less intense than your level of disappointment would be if you lost $1,000 tomorrow. Now this principle also applies to small value goods. So what this means is that your customers' fear of throwing away their money is always going to outweigh their desire to buy your product. This is a psychological phenomenon that prevents a lot of sales in dropshipping stores. However, there are several things that you can do to fix this and mitigate your losses. For example, in your store, offer a money-back guarantee. Keep in mind that most of the time with dropshipping, it's an impulse purchase that you're trying to target. If your customer has a feeling of safety and a sense of security knowing that they can get a refund, then they're much more likely to make that purchase. When you offer services like this, it also promotes repeat customers, which is ultimately going to drive more sales to your store. Now, if you've watched this far, I want to thank you by offering you a fourth bonus technique. Technique number 4, price framing and the rule of 100. For dropshipping in particular, you need to think about how you can frame your transactions. For example, price framing implies that somebody would rather avoid a surcharge than to get a discount. This means that if you're selling a product for $20 and offering free shipping, that is going to work far better than if you are offering a product for $15 and charging $5 for shipping. That's right, even though it's the exact same price. Another thing to note is that you will have far higher conversions if you offer your discount as a percentage rather than as a number. For example, you're selling this hot sauce for $40, discounted down to $20. How are you going to sell it? $20 off or 50% off? If you said 50% off, you're correct. Yeah, hot sauce is a pretty hot niche this time of year. While mathematically these numbers are the exact same, from a psychology perspective, the brain perceives the 50% off to be a bigger discount than the $20. This is a marketing technique known as the rule of 100. It states that as long as the discount is less than 100, it should be advertised as a percentage rather than as a number. Now, I want you to ask yourself, are you using these techniques in your store? I guarantee you that if you go away, look at your website, look at your ads, and apply these principles, do it well, I guarantee you that you will see an increase in sales. If you have any questions or any comments, please put them down below. I'll be answering every single one of them. So this has been my first video, a lot of effort went in. If you got anything at all out of this, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing because I will be releasing more videos just like this. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in my next video, and until then, hey, cheers mate. Cheers mate. Hey, cheers. Hey, cheers.
Now if you feeling how I'm feeling, put your hands up high. If you feeling how I'm feeling, put your lighters